Boys and girls, welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Last episode, we did Raoul's companion quest. You can see his snazzy new outfit. We took the gunslinger outcome for Raoul. I don't know if he gets the Vaquero outfit if you go the other way. I'm going to assume no. That is also a very dangerous way to carry a knife, but hey, you've lived a long life, you're older than I am for a reason. You probably know what's safe and what isn't anyway. Today's episode, we're going to be trying to complete Eddie's companion quest, because I don't think I've ever actually done it. I've never had Eddie as a companion, if you want me to be completely honest, aside from Lonesome Road where he's forced into your party, and the few times I just kept him along because I didn't have Rex. Spoiler alert, I always use Rex. Rex is the goodest boy. So anyway, let me talk to Eddie real quick, see what he's up to. Oh, I have a Repair 35 skill check. If you switch to the 3/8 wrench and the smaller drill, those weapon repairs would be easier. Okay. Repair 65. If you drop the power output by 0.24, you'll be able to make more energy ammo with no quality loss. Explosives 35. You know, if you strip out the plasma relays on those energy cells, you could make flamer fuel. And I do not have enough explosives for that check. Okay, so I think this is what I'm looking for. I've already had Eddie in my presence whenever I talked to somebody that triggered his audio log 1. And for those of you that don't know, you basically have to be around somebody that talks about either the Enclave or advanced technology to get Eddie to trigger his audio logs. So based on where I've been with Eddie, I've probably talked to like old lady Gibson, and she mentioned something that triggered his dialogue, because I didn't really have him as a companion anywhere else. But let's listen to audio log 1 just to get caught up.
Subject E, diagnosis complete. Begin recording. My name is Whitley. I'm a researcher at Adams Air Force Base. Until recently, I was in charge of the Duraframe reinforcement project for the combat model iBots.
Alternatively, I guess it is possible that I would have triggered that audio log somewhere in Lonesome Road, but if I did that, I honestly could not tell you where I did it, but continue listening.
iBot Duraframe Subject E is both the prototype and the last functional model in this test group. I was prepared to make several significant upgrades to the machines. However, as the project was cancelled and all Duraframe assets are being diverted to Hellfire armor, I am sending this model to the Navarro outpost.
Continue.
If you're listening to this log from one of our Enclave outposts in Chicago, give this unit whatever repairs it needs so it can continue to Navarro.
Okay, so that is audio log 1. I think there's only 2, but you just have to have the right circumstances to trigger both. So with that said, just to guarantee that we talk about technology, we're gonna go to Hidden Valley.
Hello.
I'm replying to a text, but hello, NCR Trooper. You are the friendliest thing ever, and your dog looks like it needs food. Okay, so go to the map. Let's try to find the Abandoned Brotherhood of Steel Bunker. Not what I'm looking for, but it is there. Where is Hidden Valley? You know, I shouldn't be able to find it because it has hidden in the name, but I know where it's at, kind of. It's over here somewhere, right? Am I exposing myself for being an idiot? There it is. Found it. Oh, okay, bark scorpions respawned. Okay, understood. I thought we were enemies of the state or something. The bark scorpions, do they respawn? Is that a dumb question? Because I've definitely been here. Eddie's combat music is playing. Go get him, dude. Or I guess Raoul would be the one to get them.
Thanks to your brilliant leadership, boss.
Thank you, Raoul. Is there a reason I'm not getting XP? I've noticed it before, but I'm at the max XP? Why am I at the max XP? Is that someone with better knowledge of New Vegas? Help me out here. With all the DLCs in vanilla New Vegas, the level cap is 50, right? I'm not weird in being confused about that. Is the lowered level cap a result of the J. Sawyer Ultimate Edition mod I have installed? Because that would be the only thing I could think of. That I installed the J. Sawyer Ultimate Edition mod and it just lowered the level cap because that's what he wanted the level cap to be. Not that big of a deal. More so just a genuine curiosity, because I do have all the DLCs installed. But with that said, if you've never been to Hidden Valley before, or if you get confused trying to find the Brotherhood every time you come back to Hidden Valley, look for the tree stump and then it's the bunker with that on top of it. if you want to find the bunker with the Brotherhood of Steel in it the easiest. So head inside and hope that we can trigger Eddie. Oh, hi, you're gonna talk to me.
A few of us wanted to thank you for being such a good friend to the Brotherhood. So we've set aside some of our recycled energy cells. We'll leave a few of them in that footlocker in the corner every so often. The Paladins scoff at using recycled ammo, so no one should mind.
Thank you. I'll probably sell them. That's honestly not a lot, but it's free, so thank you. Alright, so let's go find technology to trigger Eddie. My Brotherhood in Christ. Put on some clothes.
Hello? Sorry, but I'm a little busy here, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, you're Initiate Stanton. Why are you guys running? You guys late for class?
Greetings out. Excuse me, I guess I need to stop calling you that, don't I?
You are late for class. It's exactly where you're going. Okay. Who is in here? This is the dining room. Never mind. I assume... let's talk to you.
Power armor is pretty intricately made. It's not an easy thing to fix.
Well, ironically, you're working on a turret.
As much as I'm sick of Taggart's VR sims, I have to admit we wouldn't be combat ready without them.
Did that do anything for you, Eddie? No? Alright, bet. I imagine we'll have to go find Knight Lorenzen. I think that's his name. Either that or I just mixed a Fallout character with Michael Lorenzen, the baseball player. And I'm confused now. These are bathrooms. Go to Bunker L2. Scribe, which way is the workshop? It's over here, right? It's in here. All right, where is Lorenzen? Hi, where's your boss? What do you have on your back? Oh, it's a Gauss cannon. Okay. Scribe. Scribe. Knight. Scribe. Where's your boss? Oh, here. Lorenzo.
Good to see you again. What can I help you with?
Well, you could back up a little bit.
Bye.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have anything to say, so that sucks. And I can't think of anyone else that would have stuff to say. What about you?
Now that McNamara has lifted that silly lockdown of his, perhaps people around here will come to appreciate our training simulations. Perhaps there will be a renewed interest in them as people realize just how close to reality they are. But I digress. What did you want?
Talk more about technology so my robot, my floating toaster, will have stuff to say to me.
Ah, the outsider. I suppose it's too much to ask that jarhead Ramos to keep outsiders away from my research. I am Head Scribe Taggart, and I am much too busy to deal with the likes of you right now.
That is incredible, considering I'm probably more highly regarded in your own ranks than you are. Hello, Eddie. He will talk to me if I trigger his dialogue. I think. I'm like 90% sure I don't have to, like, go into my dialogue tree with him. Okay. So the bunker might be a wash because I have nothing to say. Or no one has anything to say to me. So there are other alternatives we can explore, starting with probably Veronica. So let's head back outside and try to go find Veronica. I don't know where she's at, though. I'm gonna hope she's at the trading post, because otherwise I'm gonna have to go through 17 load zones to get back to New Vegas. Yep, there she is. Alright, Veronica, let's have a chat.
What's up?
I can't talk to her without traveling with her.
See you.
Okay, Raul. You're my favorite ghoul. You're my boy. I need you to leave for a sec.
Angry soldier robots with bazookas. I'm sure they'll be a good police force.
Probably. I need you to leave.
Good call. I mean, if that's what you really want, boss.
Head to the Lucky 38.
Hey, as long as you're not asking me to go back to Black Mountain, I'm a happy old man.
Alright, go have fun, bro. I don't know what ghouls... No, he just teleports. I don't know what ghouls do, but have fun. Alright, Veronica, come with me.
What's up? Let's go make trouble.
Alright, I've done your side quest, haven't I?
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
Tell me about yourself.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
Who was Father Elijah to you?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway, but Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
What did you learn from him?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential. where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
How is that different? What did you learn from him?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
Did you follow him from California?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work.
What changed?
He did. For years, he fought with the council. Taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost its power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
How is that different from how any other elder would have reacted?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Ever try to talk sense into him?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen. And the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
Yeah, I found out the hard way. Were you close?
Yeah. I miss him.
Well, where is he now?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until he could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
I also noticed that. I hate to break it to you. I don't think I can tell you, but I hate to break it to you. Bro dead as hell. I killed him.
It was... strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was... something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it... I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world, make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean.
He was at the Sierra Madre, and I don't know what he was looking for, because the only thing in the vault was gold. Well, tell me something else about you.
Can I...
The fact that all of her dialogue is stuff I can click on makes me think I haven't done her side quest in this save, but I definitely have. I guess I just never talked to her.
Nowhere specific. I just know there are a lot of groups who are actually doing well for themselves out here. I want to understand how and why. See them at work.
Again, that makes me think that I haven't done that, but I know I have. Because I did the quest where I tried to help her join the Followers of the Apocalypse, and the Brotherhood of Steel killed them. Spoiler alert, but it's on my channel. So, I don't... Veronica, you're confusing me.
He was dead when I got there.
Tell me about the Brotherhood of Steel. Maybe this is the dialogue tree we have to go down.
It pays like ass, but it's hard to get other work with my skill set. What do you want to know?
What is their purpose?
Good question. These days, it's hard to say. Once upon a time, it was about technology, controlling it so it couldn't destroy us again. Energy weapons and power armor are usually tops on our list, although I appreciate anything that's vintage. But that all seems so limited now. We haven't grown or adapted, and now we're stuck in a hole, not carrying out our mission.
God damn, there are a lot of dialogue options. What is the Codex?
Ah, the Codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not important. It documents our history, too. Part of what scribes like me do is update it. I wonder... Nah, they'd probably catch it if I rewrote the Founder's axioms.
Let's ask about Father Elijah again, just to see if that helps my case. I don't know what the correct dialogue option is, if there is a correct dialogue option, but I just want to ask things that might trigger Eddie before I have to back out of the conversation and come back in.
He was our elder when we came east. A wizard with technology, really. His mind just worked that way, naturally. I learned a lot from him. But he started having disagreements with the other elders. The Brotherhood's interest is in old technology. He wanted to explore developing new tech. And there were other ways he wanted to push, other weapons, ones with ethics questions attached. Rather than deal with him, they sent him east.
Why is the Brotherhood of Steel interested in Nevada?
It was the dam, really. We'd heard rumors it was working. Figured we could claim it, put it to use. And it may also have been partly that our elder at the time had worn out his welcome. Didn't end up mattering. We got sidetracked at Helios 1, and the NCR took the dam in the meantime. We're still after it, though. In theory. Let's.
Alright, let's keep moving. Eddie, do you have anything to say? Nope. No, he does not. At least not yet. In the meantime, let's go down the list even more. So, let's try the Enclave route now, which means Arcade is probably an option, but we haven't seen Doc Henry in a minute. So let's go to Jacobstown, because I know Doc Henry's dialogue about the Enclave never goes away. Of course, I say that, I bet he doesn't want to talk about it this time. Let's just talk about the Enclave. So, Doc Henry, let's have a chat.
Is there something else I can do for you?
You're a scientist?
Yes, specializing in neuroscience, both human and canine. Of course, this lab is nothing compared to what I had when I was with the Enclave.
You were with the Enclave?
Yes, but the leadership and I didn't see eye to eye, so I left. It was the right decision, since the Enclave's oil rig was destroyed not long after.
Canine neuroscience.
Cyberdogs and the like. It's not a field I work in much anymore.
Alright, well that's pretty straightforward. Let's ask him since we're here.
Promising, but I won't be able to synthesize the drug anytime soon. I really should get back to my work.
Let's just finish our dialogue. I'm surprised to find another human here.
I prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super mutants around tends to keep things safe and quiet.
Alright, later, dude. Appreciate the time. That do anything for you? There we go.
Begin recording. Navarro Outpost Scientists, I am glad that EDE has reached you. You will find several data banks of information on this machine.
Continue.
Please handle this information with the utmost care, as it represents the sum total of the results of my research on the Duraframe iBots. There are also several data banks with information on my research into Poseidon Energy, and some projects they were working on in the Mojave area.
Okay. That's dialogue log 2. I guess it would also help to, like, activate his quest, right? Alright, so that's log 2. Maybe we have to wait. I looked up loose notes on what to do and how to trigger Eddie, because I didn't want to outright spoil the entire quest for myself. I just wanted to point myself in the right direction so I'm not a dog hunting in circles. So basically, the gist I got when I looked up what to do was to talk to people about technology or the Enclave. So that's what we did. We got both dialogue options because I think there are only 2. And now I'm not sure. Those trees just popped in. Now I'm not sure what to do. I think we just have to wait. So in the meantime, let me talk to Veronica again real quick. We've done your quest, right? Let me look at my quests. We have to scroll down a bit, but we've done yours, right? Yeah, it's right here. I could make you care. I've done Veronica's quest. For some reason, all of her dialogue is just an option again. So, okay, let's fast travel somewhere, then I'm just gonna wait in-game.
Hello? Hi, are you there? Oh, right. You can't respond. Listen, I'm using your robot as a relay to get this message to you. I've picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot. It seems that it has some information that we could use. Oh, wait, where are my manners? This is Lorenzo, a knight with the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd be very interested in examining your tech.
Okay.
Hi. Sorry to break in. He sounded truly riveting. I don't want to keep you much longer, but I'd like to make a counter-suggestion. I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse. We're much more liberal about the sharing of technology than those Brotherhood people. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
Okay. So yeah, I came back to Hidden Valley to wait, which is a relatively bad choice on my part because I'm not going with the Brotherhood. So it doesn't matter which faction you take Eddie to, you won't negatively impact your reputation with the other faction. I am idolized both by the Brotherhood of Steel and the followers of the Apocalypse, so Me siding with one of the other won't make the other faction like me less, but, spoiler alert, if you go with the Brotherhood, Eddie gets an armor upgrade. If you go with the followers, I'm pretty sure he gets an upgrade to his weapon. It makes it like an alien blaster, if I remember correctly. So I want to go with the follower option. One, because it's probably morally more correct, even though there's literally no moral outcome. And two, an alien blaster on my floating toaster sounds cool. So fast travel to Freeside. And I went to the wrong entrance. Fantastic. Alright, though. Oh, you got smoked by the same king that has smoked you every time. Oh, there's another one.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
Thank you. You gonna fight that person too? Or is that just a normal civilian? Oh, you're just a normal civilian. Alright, fantastic. Alright, head to the old Mormon fort. Oh, the rat's back.
The Great Khan's moved out. One less mob of degenerates to worry about, if you ask me.
Alright, head inside. And do I talk to Julie? Oh, I talked to you. April Martimer. I have no idea who you are, but hello.
Thank you for coming. Let's talk about that robot.
You have a funny voice. I don't think I like it. What would you like it for?
I've heard through our channels that it has some research that may be related to Enclave and Poseidon energy technology. I'd like to get what I can from it and use that data for the good of humanity. All of humanity, unlike the Brotherhood.
What are you going to do with it?
First, I'm going to pull off whatever log data I can. Then I'll use some of the tech around here to upgrade its weapons systems. Shouldn't be more than a few days' work.
Okay, you can take it for a little while.
Thank you. I'll get it back to you as soon as I can with the upgraded weapon systems.
You have lost Eddie's enhanced sensors perk.
What's up?
What up, baby boo? Alright, anyway. Now we wait again. Okay, we've waited 2 days. It might have to be longer, because I don't think April's back yet. So, your homie still hasn't woke up, and Wayne is still standing on top of that dude sleeping too. Alright, we'll give it one more day of waiting. Eddie has returned to Prim. Eddie's upgrades are complete. Okay, fantastic. So it ended up being 4 in-game days I waited, but that's fine. Alright, let's go back to Prim and pick up our robot. I don't know why he went back to Prim. I don't think that's ever going to get explained either, but let's head inside. And that is the quest Eddie, my love, completed. And he has no dialogue to pick, but let's travel, brother. Eddie has given you the enhanced sensors perk. Alright, let's see if he has anything to say. No. Is it supposed to just be assumed? I know what to do? Oh, it does say. Okay, it's implied in the checkbox is that it's a weapon upgrade and that the upgrades are complete. It just doesn't tell you specifically what. So, alright, that's a little bit of a super duper lackluster way to end the quest for Eddie, but Eddie has been upgraded. He now has better weapons, which I need to find a way to demonstrate Eddie's better weapons. Apparently there's a bad guy around here somewhere, I just don't necessarily know where. They're back here. Alright, Eddie, get your new weapon ready, I want to see it. You guys have been here the entire time. Oh, he's trying. Veronica's gonna punch them to death before we get to, like, see it in action. Because Eddie's pathing, I guess, is terrible. Alright, Veronica can't get to that person, so let me see it, Eddie. Can you get a little closer, dude? Come on. There we go. I mean, his accuracy is utter garbage. But yeah, it is like an alien blaster. Alright, so cool. We upgraded Eddie. He is now better at fighting, as are most of my companions. So, with that said, I think that is a good place to call this episode. Next episode, I have a plan in mind, but I will tell you whenever the next episode begins. So until then, hope you guys have had a great day. Appreciate you guys tuning in, supporting the videos. And until next episode, a pizza.